Attractive is Chris Brown, really? Is he a Chad? Or is he just a light chocolate chub? Welcome back to LookLogix, everyone. Today I'll assess the facial harmony of Chris Brown. He has his front and side ratios mapped out with the landmarks on faceiq Labs. And we'll go over all his ratios, his key strengths, his weaknesses, his plan and potential, what he can do to improve, Chris, if you're watching this. And we'll also see his percentile from his how many people he is in the rareness and his total scoring from a 0 to 10. So really quickly, before we move on, put a comment what you think the rating will be. Is he a 7 out of 10, a 5? What you think? So let's start with his front ratios. His lowest score is a 0.57 out of 10. It's his mouth width to nose width ratio. Then his one eye apart test and his middle third. So his middle third is extremely short. It's squished. It's really disgusting. His chin to philtrum ratio is also only a 1.87 out of 10. He has a very short philtrum and this disgusting large upper lip. It looks weird. It looks like a overcooked, like if you just took a little snippet right here and then saved the picture, it looks like an overcooked like chicken breast. It's really awful, and the coloring is terrible too. It looks like his lower lip has some pinkness to it, but the upper lip is like the same color as his regular skin tone. It really doesn't look very good. Nose tip position is a 2.08 out of 10. You can see his nose is quite disgusting. He has those flared nostrils. This is the best photo I could find, by the way, guys. It's not distorted, but it's slightly angled, so it's as accurate as can be. Eye separation ratio is a 5.47. Let's move over to some more interesting ratios. His neck width is ideal for sure. It's nice and thick, a little girthy. Bigonial width is a 10 out of 10. His jaw frontal angle by itself is 10 out of 10. Ipsilateral angle by itself is a 10 out of 10, and therefore the deviation of IAA, which is the ipsilateral alar angle, and JFA, jaw frontal angle, will be a 10 out of 10. So that's ideal. That's his eye angle to his jaw angle. They're pretty balanced, pretty similar. Eyebrow tilt is nice and positive. He has nice, thick, dark eyebrows. So good on him for that. His skin is kind of eh. Now this is just his harmony. This isn't counting his dimorphism, his voice, his height, his status, his fashion, other things like that. His mouth corner position is a 10 out of 10. Ear protrusion angle, so he doesn't need an autoplasty or anything like that, is also 10 out of 10. Now, he has an interesting face. It doesn't look unattractive at all, especially as a celebrity and things. He does certain little rituals to make his face more appealing to cameras, and I'm sure there were different things that he learned in different angles, his best angles to do, and what he wears and everything. But this is overall the front ratio. Let's move over to the side, and really quickly, if you want to try the app for yourself, you'll get your full side and front profiles, and they continue to add and make it more accurate, which is really good. You can see from my channel I use it a lot. You can use the code LookLogix, 20% off any plan. I'll put a link in the description and the comment section. For side ratios, his lowest scores, he has 3 in the 0 range. This is disgusting. Oh my god. Oh my god. His lower lip S-line position is a 0. Lower lip birthstone line is a 0. Lower lip E-line position is a 0. Like, what the? What? This is really... Wow. I think I need to take a break. This is the worst lip area I've ever seen out of any of the faces we've analyzed. May not look as bad as some you've seen on the channel, but I mean, this is disgusting. This is like a weird jaw underlip underbite. It's so weird with this lip area. This is terrible, and it's really showing a 0 out of 0. Oh my god, this is awful. I honestly don't know what to say to, I want to give a reaction or be like, oh my gosh, guys, it's a 0.0 out of 10. But all I can do is just make weird sounds. That's really all I can do to show how disgusted I am with this lower side profile. Moving on, he has a hold away H-line which is a 0.12 out of 10. His nasal width to height ratio is a 0.16 out of 10. Brow ridge inclination angle 2.5. 4. Overall, some really good scores though for his side profile. I already could tell, like his forehead area and then his occipital ridge back here. Overall, it's not bad. His head is kind of forward. He does have a long ramus, but the jaw area is lacking right here. This could be expanded a little more. His ear is pretty good. His eye area is pretty good as well. He has a little upper eyelid exposure. His cheekbones are great though. They are a little overpronounced for sure. If you look at his front ratios, you can see how pronounced they are. And normally, we'll see in his plan and potential if they say to have a cheekbone shaving, which is kind of strange. But overall, that's his side and front ratios. Let's look over his total score and see his key strengths and weaknesses. Okay, Chris Brown gets a 4.88 out of 10. Bottom 48%. About 1 in 2 people. Average harmony. So you may be surprised here. His front gets a 3.59 out of 10, and then his side gets a 7.11. 7.11 out of 10. The top 2.6%. How can this be with such a disgusting lower lip area? Absolute awful, like, violated lip area. It's interesting, right? Well, it's the ratios combined with his forehead and his unideal neckline coming forward here that makes this a more ideal side profile. Also, it's just not fully accurate with the mapping I was able to do. This isn't a perfect side profile. He's slightly angling and tilted slightly towards the camera. So it wouldn't be this high. I'd say like a 6.5 max. His front is a little better than a 3.59 as well. He's definitely in the 5 range. So overall, when it comes combined, I would say he's about a 5, maybe a little more, 5.25 for his harmony. And I did mark his or analyze his face multiple times with different pictures, and really this was the most accurate I could find. So there's definitely a lot of work still to be done with faceiq Labs. However, it's coming along quite nicely, and I still think it's a very useful tool. Alrighty, we'll look over his plan and potential, and then finally we'll do his key strengths and weaknesses. So we'll add the view plan, and you just have to agree to all this. So make sure you read all this. We'll do his surgical and non-surgical treatments. And you just agree to this here. Make sure you read the terms of services. So his total score, he could get a 7.4, which isn't too bad, but that's kind of low for a target. And then his plan summary. Wow. That's expensive for only 7.4. Yeah, canthopexy, better than a canthoplasty. Cheekbone reduction surgery. So these are different procedures. You can see minimally invasive or surgical. So you have to make your decision on these, what's worth it to you. Hairline, forehead reduction, orthodontics, braces. This is a major one that he could do more naturally as well. Doesn't have to do braces. Reduction, cheniloplasty. Lip reduction surgery. Lip filler. It's weird you would add lip filler but then also do lip reduction. So it's just really forming and molding the face. You can see just it looks a little off. His cheekbones mainly are really pronounced. I don't think some people wouldn't have an issue with that, honestly. His key strengths are ideal jaw width, ideal jaw steepness, ideal ramus length. It's not too long. Balanced eyebrow tilt, 10. Overall, some pretty good scores, but I've been thinking about that lower lip area. It's just making me feel nauseous. Overly compact mid-face, 0.79 out of 10. Short upper jaw, 0.54 out of 10. Insufficient eye tail. It's a little negative, droopy, sad look, as it says. So I'll scroll through the rest of these. Pause if you want to check them out. Yeah, droopy nose is another major thing. So yeah, this is how attractive Chris Brown really is. I wouldn't say he's a Chad, and he's not really chub either. He's just your average dude. So thank you all for watching. If you'd like me to rate anyone else, just put a comment in the comment section. I'll make sure to check it out. And once again, if you want to try the app for yourself, I'll put a 20% off coupon, referral code LookLogix in the description and the comment section. I'll see you in the next video, and have a great rest of your day.